Hi everybody, this is Gayle. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my Facebook group. I'm got a few minutes. I wanted to come on and stream to you. I am in Yukon at one of the cities in Yukon. I'm at Whitehorse, Yukon, but I really don't know where I am other than that. So we pulled over. Hubby over here is doing some straightening out to the van. Let me show you what that looks like. He's back there somewhere.
Hello.
He says, hello, you all. So while he's doing that, thought I would take a few minutes and come on here and say hello. So, hi, everybody. I do have good news. So far, we are out of the smoke that has followed us across, well, since leaving the U.S., across Canada, into portions of Alaska and back again. We were in... Hi, Joseph Manus Senior says hello. So hi. We got caught. We were left the work site, which went fabulously. I've got some photos posted on that. So I'll be posting more photos as time goes on. As y'all can imagine, I'm a little bit behind the curve on getting all my videos done and posted. So I'm working on that. But the work site went fabulously. We did a lot of cutting of wood, a lot of stacking. I got to help with a mail out of about 600 pieces. So that was more my skill level. But I did drive up and I did drive the mission team supplies up here. So we left Willow 2 nights ago. I think it was. Was it 2 nights? He can't hear me. I think it was 2 nights. Got caught outside of Fairbanks in a fire evacuation area. So that made me just a little nervous. Drove a little farther. There was fire in the Fairbanks area, so lots of smoke. So outside Fairbanks, which they said was coming like from a military base, and more fire in Fairbanks itself. Women's Station Channel says, hi. Hi, Women's Station Channel. It's good to see you all. So that's kind of what was going on with the smoke. Now, last night, let's see, we spent last night around Destruction Bay, which is in Yukon, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous place, and we didn't have much smoke there, which was really nice. And we don't have much smoke now. It's raining. I don't know if you can, well, no, I guess you can't tell it's raining. Maybe that way. Nope, sorry. Anyway, it's raining, which is really good in some senses and kind of bad in others. The reason it's good is because it should hopefully help the forest fires. The reason it's bad is because areas that have been hammered by forest fires flood more easily because there's no longer any of the brush, bushes, grasses to hold the ground in place. So that's a problem. The other thing that I found out about forest fires is that just because it's raining, or on the flip side, just because they're dumping water on the fires, that doesn't mean that it's actually getting to the fire. Because apparently when they dump it or when it rains, it goes down and then the heat of the fire actually evaporates some of the water before it gets down. So, hey, I've got a Facebook user saying hello. If you're in Facebook, I don't get the names for the comments. I just get the comment itself. So, hi, whoever you are. So, hello. If you want to send a comment with your name in it, that would be great. So, really, that's kind of the thing about fires. And then once the fire is out, there goes the grasses. Hi, Tanya. It's Tanya. Yay! There go the grasses, and there's nothing there to hold it in place any longer. So that's why the rain can cause avalanches, flooding, washing away of, hillsides and so forth a lot more easily, which I did not know until recently. So it's always nice to talk to park rangers. You can find out so much information from park rangers. So, yeah, but it's nice to be through it. Now, I'm in Yukon, So there's not as many fires. We're going to be going into British Columbia, which will be the next province. And of course, y'all know, and I think the whole world knows what's going on in British Columbia as far as the fires. Hopefully, they will have had time to get some of the fires put out, but it can take months, absolutely months, to put a fire out and get it out completely. And then where it goes underground, guess what happens? It can go underground, and it never gets fully put out. And then, like months later, or even a year later, a fire suddenly starts, and that's called a ghost fire. I found out. So fire's not a good thing, or is it? You know, one thing that I have learned from different people up here is that there's a cleansing nature to fires. Julia is here. Hi, Julia. Hi, Julia. So there's a cleansing nature to fires. Okay, they actually open up some of the seeds from some of the trees that would not open otherwise, and it allows that growth to form and to come back. It also cleans out the underbrush and can, after some time, make it easier for animals to return that had a harder time when the underbrush was the thickest. And it's really, really cool. There is a gorgeous, gorgeous plant called fireweed, and it's not just native to Alaska and up here. There's other places where fireweed grows. And the really cool thing, I found out that it's called fireweed because it's one of the first plants to come back after a fire and starts providing some of the nutrients for like the rabbits and critters that chew on plants, which helps. Whoa, that was loud. Hang on. Anyway, that helps plants help the small animals, which that in turn helps the larger animals to come. And I'm going to do a little YouTube shorts on that later because it's a gorgeous plant. And I just think that's the coolest thing, that you have all of this destruction, and then in the middle of the destruction, there's this beauty that comes forth, and that beauty helps the cycle of life. I just think that's kind of cool. For me, that was a really good moment to learn that, because the plant also brings hope, and I just think it's really cool. Oh, okay, a Facebook user says there can also be fires inside trees. I had heard that, so it's like, it's crazy all the different places that fires can be. And most of these, I think they said that there was like 14 fires that started last night, and it's because of lightning. Because anytime you have super dry conditions and there's a storm, there's a risk of lightning starting fires, which kind of freaks me out, because I always thought that, like, with the rain and stuff, it would be almost impossible to start a fire from lightning or anything else. So yeah, I find out otherwise. So it's just, when you're not from a fire area, there is so much that you can learn about, like specifically fires, but every area has like different things you can learn about. It's not just fires. So anyway, the reason I'm talking about the fires is because when I finally got enough internet to get signed on, most of the people are asking me about fires and where am I and so forth, and how I'm doing with the wildfire fires and the wildfire smoke. And more than a few of you have asked about my lungs, which I really appreciate. Before leaving home, my doctor set me up with a new inhaler, a new nebulizer treatments, steroids, And antibiotics. Antibiotics, of course, if I start coughing up stuff that's kind of green, because my body doesn't react well to like smoke, altitude changes, and so forth. So every time I go from home, which has an altitude of about, what is it at home? 1,500
No,
feet, 2,000 something?
27.
2,700?
Yeah, 2,700 at Mountain City.
So from 2,700 feet, and then I'll go to like sea level, and then I'll go to up to a few thousand feet, and then back down a few thousand feet more. There's just a lot of terrain changes, and my body doesn't like that. So far, the asthma attacks I've had have been able to be resolved with my inhaler. So we hope that continues, but if not, I have like a small pharmacy, portable pharmacy, to help me out with that. And John, Julia says, hi, John.
Oh, hi, Julia. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yes. And please notice for you Trekkies out there, I don't know if this is good or not, probably not good, but the guy that's on the away team from home is wearing the red shirt.
The red shirt of doom.
It better not be of doom.
Oh no, I'm going to be like Scotty, the only red shirt that never got killed. So I'm like Scotty.
Okay. So we laugh about that. You know, you leave home and you put on the red shirt. So for those of you Trekkies out there, there you go. Your fur buddy is back there in the back. I don't know if you can see him, but hey, doggy. Are you awake? I hear snoring. Are you going to come up here? He is sacked out. I'm going to have to take this phone to him because he is sacked out. And he's been traveling really good, except when we get into a fire area, I do have a problem. He is alerting. Coming up, he was alerting like almost continually, and he's backed off a little bit. And he's alerting not because of blood sugar or anything like that. No seizures, no blood sugar, no major asthma attacks. But he's letting me know, hey, Mom, something's wrong, and I want you to fix it, and I want you to fix it now. And I can't. I can't fix it until after we're out of the smoke area. So, but he's doing better on that. So let me come around and show you this sleeping beauty back here. Hey, you have a fan club and you're sleeping through it. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. You're awake now. Have I talked enough to wake you up? You'll see him. There you go. Have I talked enough to wake you up a little bit? Let's see what happens if I pick up your paw and drop it. You move up here, but your paw just goes flop. Hey, want a high five? Yay! Paw? You're not into it. You're kind of still sleeping, aren't you? That's okay. You want to go back to sleep? You want to? You're actually on your own pet this time. I am so proud of you. Okay. All right. That's enough wakefulness for him for right now. Oh. Okay. Tell Archer we said hello too. Yeah. And Julia says, hello, my sweet pea. So he's better. While we were stopped a little while ago, I went out and I took him for a really long walk. I've been doing that every time we stop, just to, you know, give him something, a change from being kind of cooped up in the van. But the nice thing about having the van is when it's raining a lot, I can actually throw the tennis ball some, and he's got the full length of the van to go back and forth. So we'll do that until he starts chewing on the tennis ball. And then at that point, tennis ball goes bye-bye. So anything you want to say to your adoring public? We'll take that as a no. So, all right. Well, if I come back up front. Oh. So, all right, back up front. So we are going to get back on, we're going to get back on the road. My big challenge, okay, there's something about Canada that if y'all are coming up here, you need to know. Oh, Julia says he's not ready for his close-up. That is true. I would think he's not. Hey. Oh, I thought he looked up here for a second. But anyway, if y'all are ever up this way and you're going across Canada, they don't sell ice very many places. Very, very seldom do they sell ice, I'm finding out. So lots of convenient places. You can buy gas at incredibly high prices. Well, I paid so far $1.96 per liter is the highest I've paid so far. And, you know, I may never complain much about gas prices again in the lower 48 because it's like crazy. But you go into a convenience store and at home, if you go into like Pilot, Flying J or whatever, there's ice and you can buy it for no problem and you can get fountain drinks. So going into a convenience store with a gas station up here, don't expect to find fountain drinks and don't expect to find ice. Not in a cup, not in a bag. And when you do find it, oh my stars. This stuff is like the gold rush of modern day almost, because the highest I paid for a bag of ice was $7 Canadian. We are talking about a 7-pound equivalent of a 7-pound bag of ice. So $1 a pound, which is a lot more than like Buc-ee's at home or really any place else at home, I think. So yeah. So we're gonna go now and try to find some ice, because where my fridge croaked, I gotta have some ice to try to keep some of the stuff cold, because it's easier to find groceries and a place to pull off and cook them than it is to actually find food, unless you're in like a bigger town. Whitehorse is the capital of Yukon, so they've got a lot here, but don't expect, when I say a lot, don't expect Olive Garden and Applebee's and stuff like that, because you're not going to find that. It's your much smaller restaurants and your mom and pops. Fast food, they've got pretty much everything. Also, they got Tim Hortons, which is a donut shop. Lots of those. A&W, DQ, Arby's, McDonald's, Subway, lots of Subway. So they've got that. There's actually a Pizza Hut also in Whitehorse. But the foods are sometimes different. And also, it's just easier to have something to cook. It's just the way it is up here. So, all right. After having said that, I'm going to go. You all have a great evening, okay? If it's evening, I don't know what time it is. What time is it there? Somebody tell me what time it is where you are, because I have no clue. My phone, my watch, and the time on my dashboard, all different. So I have no clue. You don't either. Is your phone different?
Let's see. It should. I guess it's 8:42 at home.
8:43, Julia says. Okay. So there you go. It's okay. So it's 5:43 here. So apparently my watch didn't update, because it says 4:43.
So does my watch.
So it must be 4:43 Alaska time, and then I guess we're in Mountain. Women's Station Channel says 5:43 in Portland. Okay, so we're in the same time zone. Yay. Yay. Well, it's good to know. Now I can reset my phone and everything. So thank you for that. That very helpful. Very helpful. So anyhow, we're going to go try to run those errands and get out of Whitehorse. I'm hoping to stop in Watson Lake, which is home of Signpost Forest. I'll hopefully be there tomorrow. It's a 20-hour drive from here. So cross your fingers. If I go, I'm going to be able to take a little video of us looking for our license plate just to see if it's still up. So yay, we have the same time, Women's Station Channel says. So great. Thanks, Lori. All right, you all take care, and I will talk to you on the next update. All right. Okay. Good night.